President Trump says he wants to stop giving citizenship to people who are born in the United States to immigrant parents.
KSNT News reporter Reina Garcia talked with local experts about why the proposal may be a long shot.
Brooke Jace, when discussing how this change could be put in place, the president says he plans on making it happen through an executive order. However, two local experts say the chances of it actually happening are very slim. The 14th Amendment guarantees citizenship for children born in the U.S. regardless if their parents are citizens or not, which is what President Trump is looking to challenge. However, Washburn law professor Bill Rich says this isn't likely to happen.
The provision in the Constitution is relatively clear on this issue, and the idea that a president can do this through executive order is really fairly astounding.
Edward Collazo is a Topeka attorney who often works on immigration cases. He says the president's proposal may alarm some, but there's no reason to panic just yet.
It's extremely premature for folks to get all riled up about this. I think folks that are aware of the laws and aware of the 14th Amendment know that this is nearly impossible for this to occur.
Rich says it would take a constitutional amendment to reverse the 14th Amendment, granting birthright citizenship. And even if the president issues an executive order, it would be challenged in the courts.
It shouldn't be changed in the absence of a constitutional amendment, and there's a process for that. But the text itself really doesn't lend itself to differences of opinion.
The president says that White House lawyers are reviewing his proposal, but it's unclear when he plans to issue the executive order. Reina Garcia, KSNT News.
All right, Reina, thank you. And in an interview today, Republican House Speaker Paul Ryan broke with President Trump, saying that the president could not use an executive order to change birthright citizenship.